Good morning, welcome to Golden Hour. My name is Camilla and we have a 30-minute yoga class together to help us just wake up and move with intention. We're going to start today in child's pose. So coming to your mat, knees wide apart, reaching hands forward and dropping your head down, letting your forehead ground down on the mat. Sinking your hips back towards your heels. We're breathing in and out through the nose. Just feeling your body in space, any areas of tightness, any areas of tension. So maybe we're already starting to hold tension through the jaw, so seeing we can release there. Looking up to your hands, walking your hands over to the right and placing the left hand on top of right, sinking your head down. Breathing space into the left side body and aiming to draw the left sit bone down to the mat. Looking back to the center and then walking hands over to the left, right hand on top, dropping your head down. And again, feeling those side ribs on the other side. Walking back to center, pushing yourself up onto hands and knees. And from here, threading the needle, so opening right hand up to the sky, reaching tall. And exhale, threading under your left elbow. Inhale to reach. Exhale to sink. One more inhale. And exhale, we're going to stay here, letting the side of your head drop to the mat. Left arm can be walking on fingertips over your head. If you want a bind, bringing hand to lower back or right thigh crease. Turning your head up to the ceiling, gently opening through the shoulder. One more breath, inhale, exhale, inhale, unraveling, planting your hand and opening up to the sky, coming back to center. One round of cat-cow, dropping the belly, looking up, exhale round, back to center, left hand sweeps and threading through under right arm, inhale. To rise, hand to the sky, exhale, thread, inhale, exhale. I'm going to do one more, inhale, and exhale. Left side of the face on the mat, And then either walking hands forward with your right fingers or up and over into our half bind, finding the hip crease. Coming back to your inhale and exhale through the nose. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale, grounding and opening up. And exhale, releasing your hands. A few more rounds of cat-cow, dropping your belly. Exhale to round, pulling yourself between your hands. Inhale, dropping. Exhale, pull away. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From here, tucking your toes under and pushing back into downward facing dog. You can bend one knee at a time or just coming straight to stillness. So any little movement you need is to help you arrive and land in the pose. From here, walking your hands back to your feet, back of the mat, and dropping your head, bending your knees. We're in a really loose forward fold, swaying side to side. And then coming back to center and rolling up to standing. Head comes last. Rounding your mountain, engaging up through the kneecaps, open through the chest. Hands to heart, big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, hand sweep. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, walk yourself back out. Coming all the way to a plank, lowering knees. Coming over the wrist, chaturanga. Inhale into a low cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, pushing back. Downward facing dog. Looking to the front of your mat, stepping up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back, plank, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. So thighs are up or down on the mat. Engaging through your legs, opening through your chest. Exhale, pulling back. From here, right leg lifts high to the sky. Bend your knee and open through your hips. Let's add some circles. You can reverse the circles. Opening up again, and then big step through front of the mat. Warrior one, grounding in the back foot. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sinking down. So we're going to hold these poses for a little longer. So the challenge is in settling the mind as the intensity builds. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little lower. Inhale. And exhale, opening up warrior two. Back foot comes a little wider. And it's slightly in from 90 degrees. Opening up through the arms, sinking through the shoulders. And as we build our postures, think about building from the feet up. So grounding in the feet, making sure we have good alignment of the knees, hips, and then coming up to torso, shoulders, fingers, and head landing somewhere in the middle. Flipping your palm, reaching slightly forward first, and then coming back, reverse warrior, bending through the front knee. You can wrap the back hand, looking up at our hand, at our palm, and then up and over, extended side angle. Hand comes up and over the ear. And you can bring, if you want, hand all the way to the mat. And I'm feeling definitely like a bind sort of day today. So elbows coming behind the back, staying in a half bind. If you want a little more, finding the full bind. Breathing into the hips, letting your breath soften, release the tension. Beautiful, releasing your hand, opening back up, and inhale back to warrior two. Lots of pressure in that front leg, let's release it. Extending front leg triangle, reaching forward and coming down. And then windmilling, hands to the mat, stepping back, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting left leg high to the sky, bending your knee, opening through the hip, and adding some circles if you want to go there today. If not, stay with your knee bent. Reversing the circles. Coming back to our hips stacked. And then stepping forward, front of the mat. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale to sink. Grounding down through the four corners of your right foot. Think about lifting through your hands as well as sinking through your feet. Opening up warrior two. Feeling where you are in space, maybe moving a bit back and forward to find where you land in the middle. Flipping your palm, reaching forward and coming back. Reverse warrior, wrapping the pose if you wish. And then up and over. extended side angle. Staying here, adding a half bind maybe, opening through the chest if you want more, full bind, fingertips or wrists. Bending through the front knee. Wherever you are, breathing smoothly, deeply. Releasing hands, coming back up and releasing that front leg, reaching forward, triangle pose, left side. So whenever the mind starts to wander, just coming back to your awareness of the present, feeling your feet on the mat, feeling your hand lifting through space. One more breath. And then windmilling hands to the mat, stepping back, vinyasa. Inhale. And exhale, pulling back, downward facing dog. And looking to the front of your mat, stepping or floating up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway. And then exhale, holding onto big toes, bending your knees, your elbows, letting everything drop. If you wish, you can start to straighten through the legs. Weight is forward. Shoulders away from ears. Beautiful, releasing hands and coming up to standing Tadasana. We're going to move into some more balancing poses. So make sure you have enough room in front of you for your leg. If it's easier to balance coming onto the floor, do that. So coming to stand hip width apart, raising right knee up. And level 1 is just holding onto your right knee. So pushing down through the left foot, extending tall. Think of crown of the head lifting up, gracefully up to the sky. So you can stay here, and this is a challenging pose. If you want more, you can hook the big toe with peace fingers and thumb and extending out through your right leg. Kicking heel away and really stamping down through that left foot. Steadying your gaze on a point that doesn't move. And from here, we're going to open up into a twist. So if you're holding onto your knee, it's going to be left hand to right knee. Opening up right hand behind you, lifting tall, and slowly turning your gaze. Maybe you don't. Maybe you keep looking forward. But that hand is reaching back, pressing through your foot. And if you're holding the foot, left hand to the outside of your right foot. Kicking through your hand, opening through your chest, and thinking about straight left leg. This right leg can be bent. If we want a nice steady foundation through the left leg. One more breath, inhale, exhale, and then sinking down. Have a little shake out through the legs. And going to the other side. So either taking the knee or taking the toe. Maybe smiling, trying to take any of the seriousness out of this. It's very easy to get very, very serious with our balance poses. So removing any self-judgment and knowing that some days the balance will be there. And sometimes the balance will be really challenging, and that's just part of life. Every day is different. Think about drawing shoulders back. And then going in for our twist. So either opposite hand to opposite knee, growing tall, and slowly sending gaze back over to the back thumb. If you want to come with me, I don't feel like my balance is so great today anyway. Extending through legs, extending through arms. Thinking about being graceful, twisting. And then slowly releasing, shaking out your legs. Hands come to heart center. One big breath, inhale, and sighing it out. Feeling your heart beating. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway, long straight spine. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back. Last vinyasa of today, lowering down. Your deepest expression of upward facing dog. Exhale, pulling back. And stepping through to sit on your mat, lowering your bottom to the ground, extending through your legs, moving your sit bones, the flesh from your sit bones, so you're sitting nice and grounded, flexing feet towards face, sitting tall, and then inhale, lift, and exhale, folding forward. Again, bending the knees where you need. Coming back to the breath. And your breath can help you to go a little deeper. So think about inhale, finding the length, and exhale, sinking deeper into the pose. My loud rooster outside. Definitely morning time for them. Slowly rolling back up, bending your knees, and coming to lie down on your back. Knees into chest. Figure 4. Placing left foot on the mat, flexing your right foot and grabbing hold of either the thigh or the outer shin. Pushing right knee away from the body. So really opening up through the hip. And then from here, grounding back through the left foot, and we're coming over for a twist. So either staying like this, bringing right foot down towards the mat, so we're having both a twist and a hip stretch in the same pose. If you'd rather just go for the twist, placing right knee on top of left and opening up through your arms, maybe extending through the bottom leg. So yogi's choice here, how you want to twist. And back through center, figure 4 on the other side, hugging knees in, deep breathing here, sinking yourself down into the mat. And then planting right foot down and either coming into our twisted variation or our regular supine twist. This pose is an absolute must for me every day. It feels so good. I think you can really relax here. And then from here, releasing hands and feet. Shavasana. So coming to land, letting your head go. And moving hands and feet, extending long overhead, giving yourself a big stretch. And then knees into chest. And making your way slowly up to sitting. Crossing your legs, eyes can still be closed. Big breath in, big sigh out. Hands to heart center. Bowing down towards your hands. Namaste. Thanks for joining me this morning at the cabin. This was Golden Hour. And yeah, I'll be back here next week at a new location, new country even. So if you have any guesses as to which country I will be in, if my accent can give it away, going home for Christmas, you can write that in the comments. If you're enjoying this, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, let me know if you have any more requests as well for what sort of classes you're after here. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon.